Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's 3 a.m. bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I am Daryl P., aka Artist in Recovery. And if you don't watch my channel, this is when I usually get up, 3 a.m. I get up to do this video, and I do start my usual workout. I've been doing this for 19 years, since got clean and sober on August 23rd, 2006. Okay, so the reason I'm making this video, I'm very hesitant to share such personal information about myself, because usually my belief is no good will come of that for me. Nothing good will come of me sharing personal information, very personal information here. But seeing as there's 42 million Americans across the country that are in a tight position, like I said in the last 2 days videos, I've worked my entire life, literally from the age of 14 when I had 5 paper routes till I was 60 years old. My whole family, we were hard workers. And I'm not going to go over all the circumstances, but I do get a small amount of SNAP benefits. I'm an artist. I'm a professional artist. I just sold a painting yesterday. And I'm a YouTube creator. I have my YouTube channel is monetized. I get paid every month by YouTube for making videos, because I met certain criteria, and I joined the AdSense program, Google AdSense, and I get paid for making videos by the minute. How many minutes are watched is on the 20th of the month. I usually get a download into my bank account. How many minutes were watched on my YouTube channel I get paid for. TikTok, I just qualified for monetization on there, but it's a little different there. I found it's not quite as clean cut. On YouTube, I just get paid by the minute. It's nice and clean. If people watch this many minutes, I get this much dollars. TikTok, it's not quite that simple. Anyway, so that being said, now that I've already talked about more personal information than I want to. Like I said, I get a small amount. We'll just say well under $100, less than $100. That's what we're talking about a month. Less than $80. How about that? And but it helps. It does help. We're talking a few bucks a week. And here in Connecticut, so the timeline of what happened was Friday. A Rhode Island judge said that the USDA had to release benefits. And right at that moment, some blue states did grab the benefits and release them to their people. Connecticut was one of them. Then on Saturday night, Trump held an emergency meeting and went to his Supreme Court, because he put most of the people in there, and they paused it or shut it down. So Donald Trump directly shut down payments to staff. So this people are going to say that this is about Democrats. Some people blame Democrats for the government shutdown. Some people blame Republicans. Okay, that being said, but here we have a judge saying you have to pay out the SNAP benefits. Okay, so if Donald Trump was a good guy, he could have just let the benefits go out. Because before he said he didn't know if it was legal for him to pay out SNAP benefits. So the judge said, yes, it's legal, pay them out. And then Trump turned around and went to the Supreme Court and has his Supreme Court pause the benefits. So in my opinion, this is all on Donald Trump. This SNAP thing right here, people would all have their benefits if it wasn't for Donald Trump. After the Rhode Island judge said that he has to pay them all out, if he had just let it happen, all the SNAP benefits would have gone out. But this is squarely on Donald Trump's shoulders. So don't give me this crap about, well, it's Democrats' fault because of the government shutdown. No, I'm not buying that. Okay, so yesterday I found I had my full SNAP benefits. And I've used my own, like I said, I earn my own money. I just don't earn a lot of it some months. Being an artist and being a YouTube creator is not something where you earn constant pay. I don't get a constant paycheck. It's feast or famine. Really, that's how I live. So I get a little supplemental money. And as of Yesterday morning, I was surprised to see that my benefits, my full benefits, were on my card. Now, I already started. I budgeted my money very carefully for this month, knowing that I was losing those meager benefits of less than $80. So I budgeted my money, and I went out and I shopped in bulk to get certain foods to last me for the month, knowing that I'm going to have less money this month. So I've already bought some of my food for I'd say for about half of the month. And so yesterday I heard about Trump shutting down, putting the pause on this. So I went to Walmart to see if the card was working. And it was. And the Walmart parking lot was freaking packed. There was a stream of cars coming into the parking lot, which I've never even seen before. I mean, a nonstop, bumper to bumper stream of cars going into the parking lot. The entire parking lot was full of cars. And I'm assuming this has something to do with people trying to, being low on food and using their SNAP benefits. Let me tell you. So yesterday I bought a few things, just a couple things, to make sure that the SNAP card was actually working. Because I still, a lot of people like me aren't even sure what's going on day to day with, giving the SNAP benefits and taking them back. So it was working yesterday. So this morning, I just checked again this morning because now Trump has gone to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has put a pause on it. And now the Supreme Court, or the USDA, is saying that the states have to take back that money from us. They have to take it back, or the states are going to suffer financial consequences. That the USDA is going to make the states pay back this money, or it's not going to give money for other things. So they're demanding that states like Connecticut take back that little bit of money that I use to stretch my food money every month. Take it back from me now. Here's some food money. No, you can't have it. Here's some food money. No, you can't have it. That's what's going on with just people like me. Okay. So my governor here in Connecticut is the Governor Ned Lamont, a Democrat, and I freaking love this guy. And this is what he said, because this morning I was worried about these, Connecticut having to give back these SNAP benefits. And this is what the governor, I love it. I will vote for this guy till the ends of the earth. No, Connecticut does not need to take back. This is a quote from Governor Ned Lamont, Democrat, yesterday, Sunday. No, Connecticut does not need to take back SNAP benefits already sent to the 360,000 people in Connecticut who depend on them for food and who should have never been caught in the middle of this political fight. We continue to assess what impact this memo may have, but those who receive their benefits should not worry about losing them. We have their back. That's a Democrat governor. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then the Connecticut Republican Party chairman, Ben Proto, released a statement pushing for the government to reopen and saying in part, it's time for Democrats to come to their senses, including Ned Lamont and other Democrat governors, and to push their Democrat senators to vote for the continuing resolution and fund the government in SNAP and WIC, and then sit down and negotiate a new budget. To paraphrase President Obama, it is irresponsible for Democrats to threaten default, to threaten an economic shift. And he just goes on to babble there. But to me, this is directly on Trump's shoulders, because all these SNAP benefits could have been paid out. The Rhode Island judge says you need to pay these out, and it could have just these benefits could have gone out to everybody in the whole country, and then they could deal with the government shutdown. So they could have relieved some of the pain. But the Republicans want to keep us hostage, the American citizens. They want to keep food. They're keeping food from the American citizens to keep us hostage, to force the Democrats back to the table. And Governor like Ned Lamont is saying, no, we have your back. Here's your money. You don't belong in this fight. God bless Democrats. God bless Ned Lamont. Well, I hope that helped any of you out there that are struggling this month. Have a good Monday.